Hey there, my dearest fire signs. Welcome to 2026. We made it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, because Aries is the first fire sign of this year, we're going to start with Aries, then do Leo, and then do Sagittarius. So I'm going to divide the year into 4 sections, which would be the first 3 months, second 3 months, etc. So just be aware of that when we go forward. I am going to start Aries at, let's just put a minute. All right, so let's see. First 3 months. Second 3 months. Third 3 months. Fourth. And it's funny because it's like the same cards keep coming out for every sign. Something in the momentum of the collective, I guess. All right, so Aries, we're going to start with the first 3 months. We have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. All right, so last year you must have done the work, right? We're getting into alignment with the fiery climax approaches. You could start to feel the momentum gain in the first 3 months for something to come in. But let's see. What could this fiery climax be? Okay. King of Wands at the bottom. Now, the cards that I got are the Empress, the Seven of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. To me, this is saying, don't listen to your fears during this time. Hold tight to your vision. You're aligning with whatever it is that you've been creating. The Empress creates the new world. So whatever you've been manifesting, whatever you've been building, especially with the King of Wands, I feel an excitement. You start to feel it. You just like, I feel it coming in the air right now. And so you may not see it yet, and your fear might be like, is it really coming? I don't know why I'm feeling this way. It's like a warning system going off in your head, like, I feel something. What is it? Oh no. Chicken Little. Okay. So then we have the Hermit, the Ace of Wands, and the Justice card. To me, this is you've been in like a holding space of finding out what you truly desire, what you truly want. What is it that's truly meant for you? You've gone through the shadows. You've cleared out all of the gunk. You've got a clear vision of what you want. The Ace of Wands. Justice card. You've created some sort of balance in your life to where you don't listen to every negative thought that comes into your mind. You don't attach to the things that are not for you. If this is an offer that comes in, maybe Spirit is telling you, like, hold off. This could be a test. Make sure that it's aligning with the things that you've done all the work for. Because I've felt it collectively throughout all of the readings that I've done. There's some sort of echo from the previous year that's still kind of moving through the first 3 months. And that could be like if you spent last year aligning with your self-care, your self-love, and you're creating a business for yourself, you're doing things for you, it's still kind of, that's still the momentum that's happening, right? You've set it into motion, but you haven't quite seen yet what it is that the new world is presenting to you. So don't get too much in your head. Don't overthink things. When you feel this rumbling in the soul of like, I know it's about to pop off. I know things are getting intense. I know it's about to show up. Don't get scared now and be like, oh no, what do I do? Why am I feeling this way? Just kind of ease into it as best as possible, because we're still kind of going through the snake year, which was last year, the death and rebirth of something new. You've aligned with it. You're showing up as the Empress. But with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, it's like, oh shit, now what do I do? You know, it's like all of a sudden you're like, I feel it coming. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? What is it that I've manifested? So I feel a sense of anxiousness, like anxiously awaiting this new period. But this is going into the fire horse year. So it's also the momentum of the fire horse getting started, the end of the death and rebirth. So it's almost like the phoenix rising from the ashes. All right, so now let's look at April through June. We've got your dreams need a practical plan. So this can mean you start to see your dreams and desires manifesting into your reality. And you're like, oh shit, this is bigger than I thought it would be. Let me make a practical plan of like how I can keep this going now. Do I need to hire people? Do I need to have XYZ readjusted in order to keep it where it's, you know, gonna stay profitable or stay in alignment with what I want? And let's see. Because a lot of times we want for a lot, but when it comes in, do we know what to do with it? Are we ready for it? Sometimes we have to readjust. We have to make more of a practical plan instead of it being like a lofty dream, you know? Well, let's see. Sorry, all these cards flipped over. All right. Okay. This kind of looks like a love thing. I have the King of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Lovers. So if you've been manifesting a soul connection, someone that is equal to you, someone that is structurally built for an empress or an emperor, I do feel it coming in, right? And now that it came in, you're like, well, I wanted a boyfriend, I wanted a girlfriend, but now how do I make it to where we can keep it as good as it is right now, right? How can we make sure that we're building on a solid, secure, stable place this time, and we're going to come correctly this time? So that could be why the practical plan is showing up, because sometimes, like I said, we want for a lot, but then it shows up and we're like, oh shit, what do I do with it? And that's kind of exactly what this is saying. Magician, Queen of Cups, Tower. Like, I was open, but I didn't expect this. Like, this is way better than like what I thought it was, you know? Like, am I ready for my divine match, King and Queen of Cups? Am I ready for the Lovers? Am I ready for the Four of Wands? What do I do with it? And so it comes unexpectedly. You knew you had the power all along. You knew in the first 3 months this was coming. And if it's not to do with love, because not everybody's looking for love, this could be you started a business or you started a new job and you didn't expect much from it. You didn't expect it to rain down blessings in your life, and you're like, well, what do I do with this? How can I make sure I have enough energy, enough time for not only this, but everything else in my life? How can I fit it into my reality, basically? So whatever it is, it's beautiful. When the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Four of Wands, Lovers, Magician, Tower show up, get ready. That's why you were feeling all of that energy. And it's funny because I have the Ten of Swords here and the Ten of Swords here. So you've ended that painful cycle. You were done with it. And that's why this is coming in, is because this is like the phoenix coming from the ashes. Like I said, the first half was the Ten of Swords ending completely, right? That snake eating up all of the betrayal, all of the hurt. And then the power that's released from it is like you felt it coming. You felt that new life. You felt that new energy. You felt that coming togetherness. And now it shows up and you're like, damn, now what do I do? So breathe. You got this. You didn't come this far, just come this far. But just know, like, the hardest part is over. This is not the same. So now that it's here, don't doubt it. You had the power all along to have this in your life. And now it's showing up. So let's make some plans of how to keep it going. How to communicate our needs. How to move through things. Now, the next 3 months, which would be July through September, we have nothing will come of this situation. So what I'm getting is this could be a test to you. Like, okay, you got what you wanted. And now you're fearful. Or some kind of anxiety creeps in, or you start to have doubts. Things start to show up in your reality that you're like, everything, I'm going to lose everything. Or I feel like it's a sense of fear. And Spirit's basically saying nothing will come of this situation. Just relax. Just breathe. Everything is fine. So whatever you're worried about in those 3 months, just know it's not what you feel that it is. Because it got the Ace of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Lovers. It's not what you thought it is, right? I think it's like finding the truth in the conflict. Like, sometimes conflict happens. Sometimes things happen to test us to see if it's something we truly wanted. You wanted the Lovers, you got the Lovers, right? But the Lovers comes with choices. The Lovers comes with conflict. The Lovers come with doubts and fears and triggers, right? Just to see, is this really what we want? Do we want to put ourselves in a vulnerable situation? Is there a way to move past the conflict, right? Because if you add the Ace of Swords and the Five of Swords, that's the Six of Swords, which means moving into calmer waters. But on the surface, if you look at it, you're like, oh shit. The truth is, it's conflict. It comes with all these things, and it's scary, and I'm stressed, and whatever. And Spirit's like, are you going to just ruin it because your fear says that that's what you should do? Or should you communicate your fears, communicate your triggers, to have a healthy communication between the two of you, right? And that could even mean, like, if it's not love, you have some kind of, like, situation that comes up and you're scared, it triggers you, and you're like, well, it's not what I thought it was gonna be. It is. It may not be exactly, like, yes, we're gonna have doubts and everything, we're gonna have fears. That's our natural alert system saying, we've never seen this before, what do we do with it, kind of thing, right? So the more that you can just accept that this is part of it, like, love comes with conflict. Love comes with decisions. Love comes with triggers. But that doesn't make it not as good as you thought it was. Because if you look at it, I've got the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. This is everything you wished for. Right? It's secure. It's stable. This is the love. This is what you wanted. This is that happily ever after, as happily as it can be, right? But it's not going to be perfect every day, all day. And that's something, the truth that you have to accept with yourself. So when there is conflict, making sure to address the conflict, making sure to internalize it, making sure to not let that past of being disappointed over and over and over again make you feel like this time is going to be exactly the same. No, it's not. This is like addressing your triggers, looking at your own shadows of where you still might have growth to do, right? Because we're never fully healed. We're never fully done. We're never fully learned every lesson that's meant to learn. This is just, how do they say it? New level, new devil, right? So it's like getting a hold of those fears and saying, you know what? This is part of it. This is me saying, this guy no longer has the power over me, right? And if you know this character, they'll creep in to be like, you don't want this, it's not worth it. Just leave it behind. You know what I mean? And Spirit's saying nothing is going to come of this situation. Like, maybe growth will come of it, but it's not going to just fall apart. Like, we didn't get this far for it all to fall apart. The only way it's going to do that is if you can't realize that, yes, this is new, but I'm still going to have triggers. And that doesn't necessarily mean that every trigger we have is a reason to end something, right? So, last 3 months we have October through December, and it says your commitment is being tested. So, whatever this is in your life that is a beautiful thing, it's gonna be tested, and it's being tested. And this is, do you have what it takes to get exactly what it is that you want? And do you have the skills? Did you learn enough from your past lessons and experiences to embrace them and do it? And when you do it this time, to do it from a healthy perspective, to look at things not from a place of, oh my gosh, I know they're cheating, oh my gosh, I know they're doing this, oh my gosh, I know this is gonna fail, and instead saying, this is part of it, right? This is a new lesson I'm having to learn in it. And so it will be tested, but let's see what's testing you. Okay. I feel some kind of impulsivity happens in the last 3 months of the year. Maybe you've been single so long that you don't know how to be in a strong, committed relationship, right? And you don't understand that just because the relationship that's good for you, that came in for you, is your everything, right? Like, you're still going to have past trying to come back and throw you off a course. And that's what I think happens. I honestly feel you're in a new cycle. You're in a healthy connection. But that reckless part of you from your past, that single part of you from the past that knows how exciting certain aspects of being single can be, right? Engaging in every, hey, what's up text. Hey, what are you doing, girl? Kind of energy, right? So I feel that there's something like that happening that's going to test your commitment. Are you going to just jump ship off of something healthy to go back to something that let you down 500 times? And that's the way it feels. Something exciting comes in that's like, maybe, let's say you're in a healthy relationship and you're going to the gas station and you run into your boyfriend or your girlfriend from 5 years ago. Y'all didn't end on bad terms, but they just weren't, what you wanted. And you're like, damn, they look good, they smell good. And you get tempted, right, to go back to your old ways, to cheat, or to disengage from the healthy connection, right? So it's like an old urge within you that's like, do you really want this new thing that's really good for you? Or were you in some part happy in the roller coaster part of your life, right? And that can be with anything. Let's say you're in a new career, everything's going great, they're paying you the amount you want to do, everything's just easy. But then you get this exciting, it's not gonna lead you anywhere kind of opportunity, but you're getting kind of bored in the mundane every day. Okay, I'm going to work, everything's fine, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, should I just jump ship? I don't think so. I just feel like it's a test to see, like, how far have you grown? Can you be comfortable in comfortable, or is the uncomfortable still calling to you? And that's exactly what I feel happens. You receive some kind of communication from somebody that casts a big illusion in your life, right? Maybe at one time you thought you were going to be with this person forever, and they let you down again and again and again and again. They come back, cast the illusion again. Let's do this again. Are you going to jump ship on something that you've asked for just because you're believing the lie again. And so I definitely feel your commitment is tested. What choice are you going to take? Where do you really want to be? Do you really want this new world? Are you going to be comfortable with comfortable, or are you going to go back to being comfortable with uncomfortable because of the adrenaline rush? You know? And so be careful with that, my dearest Aries, because a lot of times that's how we can lose out on some of the best things in life, is by getting tempted by something spicy, you know? The illusion just sounds so much better than reality, kind of thing. So, anyways, that's what I got for you, my dearest Aries. I'm going to close it out with a couple love messages just to see what else you can be aware of. But it always seems to happen that way, right? Like, you finally move past somebody, you're in a good relationship, and that past comes back, and it's like, oh, at one time, that was everything I ever wanted. And then you jump ship on the new one. Let's see. All right, so love messages for Aries. Yeah. This year is definitely your crossroads. I definitely feel like the crossroads comes when that person from the past comes back in to wreck something. But they're coming in with a mask. It's all going to end in heartbreak again. They may even be drinking when they call. So just be careful of that. I think this is more of a warning than what is actually, you know, the good relationship that's coming. Because like I said, it's not an adrenaline rush. But you get the new world, right? You get the one that you asked for. Except for you get the healthy version of what you asked for. And I do feel like somebody sees that and they're going to want to take it from you. So be careful. All right. So now we're going to move on to Leo at 2222. All right, Leos. Happy New Year's, my dearest Leos. I love you all. Let's see what 2026 has to offer you. And like I said at the beginning and throughout the video, if you didn't listen, I'm dividing the reading into the first 3 months, second 3 months, third 3 months, etc. for this next year, just to see if there's anything, any kind of advice in the interim, like what you need to know during these times. All right, first, second, third, and fourth. All right, so the first 3 months, we've got the energy is gaining momentum. And somebody else got that sign in that same position, and this to me is like, I even think Aries got it. It's basically like you're sitting in this place, you know that last year is still kind of, you were getting prepared for this big thing that's coming, and it's starting to gain the momentum. I mean, if you think about it, the snake year is ending, and the fire horse is beginning mid-February. So it's a big change. It's like death and rebirth, fire pony. You know, think of the Knight of Wands, excitement, energy. It's coming, but you're not quite there yet. So you're feeling it. Something is gaining momentum. Let's see what's gaining momentum for you. Okay. The sun, the stars, the moon, the strength card. Okay. Oh, shit. And then the lovers and the 10 of cups were hiding underneath that. Okay. Damn. Okay. Anything and everything that you could ever want is gaining momentum on you, right? The clarity around abundance, the clarity around connections. This could even mean like finding the one. All the stars are aligning for you. It's gaining momentum. It's funny because lovers and the 10 of cups were hiding. So it's almost like you know you're in a good place with the sun and the star and the King of Pentacles. You know you're in a great place. Things are looking good. But I don't think you know just how good. So you might be like having to have strength. Like, I know great things are coming for me, but I just ain't seen it yet. I mean, I know, I feel it. I feel abundant. I feel like I'm in line with the stars, divine timing. And then this is hiding, so you don't necessarily know yet what that Ten of Cups looks like for you, or that Lovers looks like for you. So there could be like this anxiousness, or this let's get it going. Where is it? Quietness, stillness. Queen of Pentacles with that King of Pentacles. So it's almost like either you found your match, you're just not quite sure like where it's going yet, or you're about to align to it. And you know that. You feel it. You feel it coming. I think you've kind of been in this like quiet contemplation energy, Temperance and the Hermit. Patience, because you know that there was some work to do. There were some things that had to end. There were some cycles that had to close out first. You had to become the best version of yourself to align with the best version of yourself, whether that be in your business or whatever. Eight of Wands. It's moving in fast. Well, just hold on a little bit longer. That's kind of the feeling that I'm getting. It's like it's destined. It's the stars are lining up right in order. And this could also mean that you're starting to Emperor and Empress. You're starting to see that you're right where you need to be at the right times. You're starting to see that things are filtering in. They may not be very clear at the moment, but you see, you're recognizing patterns. You're recognizing certain things in your life that are changing, and you feel it. You feel that alignment. You're coming into your full version of yourself. You're making better choices, which in turn are going to bring in better things for you. Okay, it's gaining momentum. And that's a lot. That's a lot of energy. The sun, the star, the moon. Well, you didn't get the moon, but we don't really want the moon anyway, because the moon, could be an illusion, or it could be whatever. But it's still a very important place. I think you were kind of in the moon up until now. But, alright, so now we're going to move in from April through June. I'm going to let it finish. Alright, so the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Now, like I said, because you're aligning with this great version of who you are, the highest version of yourself, you may not know where it's going to come from, or what's going to happen, or what opportunity is it going to be, what am I doing, etc. So this is probably where the moon's sitting in, right? Like, that's where that full moon is. Like, I know it's here, but I don't know, how to get it done. So you might be in some place of needing answers during this time. Okay. This could even mean you're in a connection, right? And you're asking yourself, like, is this the one? Or, from what this looks like, is there's a significant connection in your life that could be ending, or has been ending for a while. Maybe it ended last year, or you're coming to the place of realizing that even though you love this person might not be an equal to the next version of you, right? You may have bigger dreams than this connection can hold. And so you're a little nervous, right? Maybe you're still kind of holding on to a past connection, giving it attention here and there, or whatever, going back and forth with them. But you're like, I know something bigger is coming for me. I know the right person is coming for me. But if I can't let it go, then it's not going to come. But it's scary to let go of a strong connection, not knowing where the next one's going to come from. And that could be where the answers are needed, because Page of Pentacles, Fool, like there's a new beginning trying to come in for you. But part of you is like kind of having to grieve like past connections. Like they were good, but they weren't part of this new adventure, right? So if you're having questions about like, is this my person or not my person, the answers to that are coming. Because I think something is going to come in that's going to light your world on fire. And the choice is going to be simple. Knight of Wands, Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups. It's like when this comes in, there ain't going to be no more questions. You're going to be like, I know it's from the depths of my soul that I got to leave my past behind. Because this right here is the one, right? And I mean, that could have already happened for you. Take it whatever resonates for you. But I do feel you walking away from something very significant in your life. And that could be like you're at a job and it pays you well. Like you're comfortable with it. You've been doing it for a long time. And then something comes along and you're like, that's what I've been waiting for. And so I don't need to ask questions anymore because I know that's what I've been asking for. And that's kind of like when the stars do align, there are no more questions. You know from the bottom of your depths that that's what is meant for you, right? So it may not be love. It may just be like a job, an idea, a path, a home that you're deciding like, that's my life. This was my purgatory, you know? Or like this was like where I waited until I got the answers, kind of thing. So I see an exciting energy picking up. And like I said, it was approaching and it finds you, and then it's like the answers, you know, there were no more questions when this came in. It's like, oh, okay, I know what you're saying. I got it now. So exciting. Like there is no more choice. Like I know what it is now. All right, so from July through September, we've got meditate and contemplate. This could be how to fit your life into this new life, right? Maybe they want you to work like out of town sometimes of the month, or maybe this person lives a little at a distance from you. How do you make it work with everything else? How do you bring things together? Sit on it, contemplate on it, come up with a plan. Make sure this is where you want to be, where you want to go, and how to make it happen, right? And sometimes it just comes out of nowhere, and so it takes some time to really get a plan in place. Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, listen to your intuition, because I think that's where the truth lies. Your intuition is telling you, like, this is it for you. Like, this is that Ten of Pentacles. This is that happiness. But it may not make sense to anybody but you. Sometimes our dreams and our desires come in different forms than anybody could understand. You know, like, what you're being called to do, where you're being called to go, doesn't align with anybody but you. So make sure that your truth comes from your soul. It comes from your spirit team. It comes from your ancestors of what to do next, because your dream doesn't look the same as everybody else's dreams. So you've got to find a way to find your own truth and to navigate that of how do you bring this together, you know. And I think it's a quiet contemplation. And it's a lucky break, whatever this is. And I feel it's because you were open to it. Because the Queen of Cups came out twice. You said, I'm open to whatever, wherever you're guiding me, Spirit. Just let me know. You've been through a hard road. You know that no matter what happens, you're going to be fine. Because you've been there. You've done that. You've crawled out of the depths. And now the wheel is turning in your favor. And so you're just trusting. That's where the meditation comes in. It's like, Spirit, I know this is from you. You're going to help me to work it out. Help me to make a plan. Help me to figure out how to make this work. How to turn my pain into power, whatever it is. So it's very powerful. This is a powerful year for you, Leos. King of Wands at the bottom. And it could be because we're in the element of fire this year, the fire horse. So it's like it's igniting the fire within you too. It's like you're standing strong in your power and everything's aligning because you've trusted and you've done the work. You've endured the flames. And the sun right now is fighting through the fire. You fought through the fire. And this is the rebirth of what shed off last year. Alright. So, October through December. Surrender to the divine. Yes. I just bit my tongue. Oh. Give me 1 minute. That hurts. Ah. That's what happens when I try to walk, talk, and chew gum. It's just get too excited. Alright, so anyway, surrender to the divine. Trust in the plan that the divine has set forth for you. Don't let fear creep in. Don't let other people that aren't in alignment with your dreams make you feel bad for choosing what you choose. It's funny because I was just telling you, don't let anybody else tell you. Because this song right here, okay, this song is called The Villain by somebody, Lily Ross or something. So you might end up being the villain for choosing yourself this year. Because King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, your luck changes. And sometimes people want to hold you down. They want to hold you back. So when you move from them and you claim your truth and stand in your truth, some people can't stand that. Because how did you get out and they didn't? And so they want you to stay stuck. They don't want you to move. So you might just have to be the villain in somebody's story and trust that this is meant for you. This is what God, the universe, is telling you. Hey, we're going in this direction now. And if they can't keep up, sometimes we have to lay things down, right? So somebody might be trying to make you out the villain in their story. And I feel like you move in love, right? You move in your own truth. And you don't want to hurt nobody. You don't do anything intentionally to hurt anybody. But some people do get hurt in the process of you making the choices that are best for you because they don't suit their lives, right? And it could be in regards to a connection. Like having to tell a past person, like, yes, we did have a lot together, but I found somebody that just does it for me. You know what I mean? Like the person that was meant for me. And I know that. And I'm sorry that I have to be the villain in your story, but it's my truth. Your truth may be different, you know, and it's like I feel you walking forward in your truth. And unfortunately, like I said, some people don't understand it. And it could just be friends. It could be like having to leave them. And that's that Queen of Cups again. Like you're trusting the divine. You're walking towards your happiness. And some of your friends may not feel that's okay, right? They want you to stay with them. They want you to stay stuck with them. But the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the things that you've really been searching for are coming, and they don't understand it. And that's okay. So you might just have to be the villain. But that's okay. You'll make it through. Because I know y'all have some of the biggest hearts. But when things change, it's one thing in life besides death and birth that's guaranteed is that things change, you know. And our truths do change sometimes too. As we grow, as we mature, as we evolve. And if we stay stuck in what other people want us to do, we'll never get anywhere because our dreams are different than everybody else's. So, alright. Looks like a great year, my dearest Leos. This could be your villain era. Embrace it. Not everybody's gonna like you, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to pull a couple love messages just to close it out, and then I'll move on to Sagittarius. Okay. So we might not know yet, but there's some big change coming for you. There's a metamorphosis happening in your life. We've got breakup and truth, and kind of like what I was saying is there may be some connection in your life that you're gonna have to dissolve, because no matter how hard you've tried, it just never was able to be what it was you truly desired on some level. Like, you loved them, no doubt. You tried, you put energy towards it, but you never were on the same page. So I kind of feel like that's what it's saying. You might have to be a villain by breaking up with somebody, because your truth now is understood. You understand now, like, this is not for me. Music could be significant as well. But just embrace the mystery of life. Like, we never know. There's always change. And the way that you're headed, the change is nothing but for the better. So I love you, my Leos. Y'all know that. Now on to Saggy. Alright, Saggy's 41, 41. 41, 41. Alright. Alright, Sagittarius is. So, like with the other signs, I'm going to divide the year into sections of 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So, we're going to start with January through March and move on until December. So, let's see. Just to give you some advice, and maybe there's certain things or like themes, dynamics that happen during the year. They might be able to give you some way to look back and navigate certain things during these times. All right. So for January through March, we've got be bold and make the first move. There could be something that you're called to do, and so Spirit's like, make the move, I'll help you. Like, I got your back. Like, just take that first step. Be brave enough to take that first step. So you could be being called to do something in particular, change jobs, change houses, but trusting that, you know, you're going in the right direction. I think it's about money. Maybe you have this feeling of investing into something or doing something to help your money change, right? Like, and maybe starting a business. 9 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. So, like, you never know until you try, right? And sometimes things don't flourish immediately, but you've just got to be bold enough to try and then see what happens. Let's see. Okay. I think you've been through a healing journey, Saggies. Somebody must have, like, hurt you. And maybe you've been kind of guarded against the world because you're scared of it repeating again, almost. Like, scared to get back out there. Maybe there's somebody in particular that you want to talk to or have conversations with, but maybe there's some sort of history or heartbreak in there. It's saying make the first move. Now, this could also mean, like I said, if it has to do with your money, you've tried starting a business before and it failed, but you've learned a lot from it. So, in fact, you've kind of elevated past that. So don't let the fact that it didn't work out before keep you from trying again. Now, if it comes to connections, make sure that they're not, like, abusive or narcissistic or anything like that. So I got the Knight of Cups, the Emperor, and the Ace of Cups. This is like, if you don't try, you'll never find that one, that person that that opportunity for you. It's out there waiting for you, but you've got to kind of signal to the universe that you're ready again. Because, like I said, maybe you haven't really dealt with anybody since like your last breakup. And so you're like, I don't know if I want to get back out there, but Spirit's like, do it. This person could be your knight in shining armor. It could be the one. Or this business could be the right one for you. But if you don't try, you don't get anything from it, you know? And then Spirit's kind of saying you learned the lesson from the last thing. So you're ready. Just, you got to be bold enough to signal to the universe that you are ready. And then see what unfolds. Alright, so we're going to move into April through June now. Let's see. Alright, we've got step out of your comfort zone. So it looks like you're being urged to just do something new. Get out there. Like, stop staying in that comfortable, like, place. And I can understand why maybe you've been, like, hesitant. And I feel a hesitancy throughout this year. And the Spirit's like, just do it. Just do it. I got you. Just do it. Chariot. Ace of Wands. Just do it. You might like it. Try it. You might like it. Okay. The way that you're showing me is, in the past, people never gave you what it is you gave to them. You may have overgiven to people, right? So what Spirit's saying is, like, if you know what not to do, and you know what you are not going to accept, like, you've already gotten rid of that. You've already kind of shown up and said, like, I'm not going to tolerate X, Y, Z. But now you're like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm going to end up and they're going to do the same thing to me. Like, I'm going to put in all the work and I'm not going to get it back. You're like very unbalanced. But that could just be because your death cycle hasn't ended yet, right? You could still be in that process of, like, getting over the past, implementing the things you learned from the past cycle into the new cycle. So wherever you're at, give yourself grace. It's just saying maybe it's time. Maybe you've been pushing this death cycle out too long because it was comfortable. Like, you rather be in the period of just letting everything go, because then you only have to rely on yourself. But it's very lonely there. So if you want love, if you want great things, you're going to have to move. Because there's a whole world waiting for you, basically. Well, Spirit's like you're dragging your feet. And then wondering why you're not happy. World, Four of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Spirit's like, it doesn't matter how slow you go. Just get out of your comfort zone in one small way at a time, if it has to be. Just do it. Just, it's time. Like, you can't sit here and not move forever. Because all it's doing is making you depressed and sad, and having you look at this new world like it's the scariest place in the whole wide world, but wondering why you're so upset all the time. So I feel a little bit of, like, you know, not wanting to let go of the past, because in some sense, comfortable is not comfortable to you. Uncomfortable is comfortable to you. So you're still figuring it out. Now you need to get out of your comfort zone, because you might just realize that you can find a real kind of comfort, not some false narrative of comfort. And a lot of times that happens with people that have been through trauma. The uncomfortable is more comfortable than the comfortable, because you know what's going to happen in the uncomfortable. You know people are going to let you down. You know they're going to disappoint you, you know. But the unknown of not being in something like that is scary. Okay, so it says, it's the time to breathe out. Stella needs to breathe out, right? Stella got her groove back. The song Breathe Again, Toni Braxton, came to mind. It's time to breathe again. Breathe again. Let out that breath you've been holding on to so long because you didn't want to let it go. It's time to let it out. So you might be a little bit dragging your feet this year. Don't do it. Like, if the sooner you can catch this, the better. And that's probably why, if you're watching this, you're getting the reading, is to, like, don't get to where half the year is over with and then finally be like, okay, I'm gonna try. And then wonder why the year was, like, so good at the end. But I mean, be gentle with yourself too. There might be things from, like, unhealed traumas that are being worked out through you. I just keep getting this image of, like, your past needs to crumble. Everything that's happened up until this point no longer serves you. Let it go. Because abundance, prosperity, a match for love, a match for abundance is right here. It's time to embrace it. It's time to get rid of those past memories that keep you in a desperate, like, miserable place. Let it go. It's judgment time. It's time to go. Time to go. Get out. You're just so scared of doing it. Why? I could be reading for somebody that has some sort of, like, social anxiety. The way through it is to go through it. It's to keep walking. The 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups is basically saying, like, your past holds good memories and bad memories. It's time to get rid of the bad memories. It's time to transmute the bad memories. Take them with you always as lessons. Don't take them with you as sadness. Because it's time to move into a more easier path. Like, things don't have to be so hard. Just trust. I honestly feel like Scorpio season is going to be very significant for you. It's going to end up being a lot easier than you anticipate it to be. I think your fear is it's almost like, I feel somebody that wants to run but can't move, like stuck paralysis. Like, I want to get out of this. I want things to be better, but not being able to get up the courage to keep moving forward. But I do feel like you will. And the sooner the better, because 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, there's success, there's admiration, there's love on the other side of it. But healing is a process, and don't rush that either, because we don't want to skip steps in the journey, you know. Alright, so now we're going to move on to October through December. Birthday time. Let's see. Your commitment is being tested. To me, I feel like your commitment is being tested to yourself. Like, are you committed to having a new life? You know, are you committed? Maybe you got out of your comfort zone and now you're like, I think I want to go back. And Spirit's like, really? We took this far and now you're going back in the hole? Don't do it. Don't do it. Groundhog Day. Don't keep repeating the cycle. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Senor. I feel the past comes back to tempt you. They reach out, and maybe at one time this was everything that you ever wanted. It never worked out because it wasn't supposed to work out, because you deserved better than it, but now it's coming back and you're like, but you've spent all year getting away from it. And so if finally you get out your comfort zone, let's say you go on some dates, you meet somebody new, and the past one comes back and is like, do you miss me? And you're like, yes. Don't do it. That's why it's being tested. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because there's a new world here for you. There's a real healthy world for you here. Don't go back. Don't go back. This is like, yes, you can love your past. Yes, it can hold a very deep place within us. But a lot of times it holds a place from a lens of trauma. Like we were attracted to it out of our own traumas, out of our own pains. And you've grown past that now. And now the most important thing to do is protect your peace and your heart. And that's what it's saying. Learn to balance practicality with spirituality. It's like balancing your heart and your mind. Find the balance. Don't let your heart run the show, because I feel like your heart is kind of a dumbass sometimes. I mean, mine is too. I get it. Like, say the heart wants what it wants, but sometimes it wants things because it's not ready for comfortable. So this might be a little bit of a trying year for the Sagittarius, as I'm reading for. Either way, it's going to end well, because you're going to make the right choices this year, right? You're not going to go back to things that made you go over and over and over and over a cycle, right? Peace is yours, my friend. Get out your comfort zone early, so that way you're fully invested into it when this trick comes along. I'm going to get some love cards to close it out, but if you made it this far, please leave me some comments. Let me know how it resonated with you, and come back over the next few months and see, because we never know until we know, and then sometimes we need the guidance later. So save it, come back to it, whatever. Alright. Love messages for my Saggies. Fear. Just what did I say? Fear, breakup. Liquid courage. Okay. You broke up with somebody, and it could be because they had addictions. They maybe drank too much. Maybe they did dumb stuff. And now you're fearful of anything new because it's scary, right? I think this year you're going to find the truth of what your soul truly deserves and what it doesn't, right? Maybe you're finally realizing that something is dead, gone, over with. And even though your heart still reacts to it, that doesn't mean that it's for you. Because truth and honesty look a lot different than this. Fear isn't truth. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So in some sense, if we make fear our truth, we're actually giving our truth to a false evidence. If you understand. You understand. Anyways, I love you guys. Have an amazing year. If you need me, you know where to reach me. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.